making some big changes.
Hey, this is going to be completely different from some of my normal content, but I wanted to talk about something. So, um, I've been actively, kind of searching for answers on some of my own mental health stuff. I wanted an appointment for ADHD and stuff because I'm looking at the symptoms and a lot of them relate to a lot of the things going on in my life. But my wife asked me, this is interesting, and
Sorry. That was my dog. She was howling in her sleep. She only howls in her sleep. And she rarely does it. She'll do it like once a month maybe. But apparently whenever a dog howls, it's because they're calling for someone. So since I heard her howling, I had to go comfort her and be like, "It's okay. I'm here. I'm here. It's okay."
it,
She could have
it
been
got me
having a bad
thinking. My
dream.
wife asked me, "Do you feel like the gotcha games that you play are negatively impacting your life?" I was like, "Oh, what?" And she said, here's the thing: is I play Raid Shadow Legends and I play Epic 7. I think I've talked about it a few times, like on stream and stuff. But like I play Raid and I play Epic 7, and I just kind of like leveling up the characters and doing the stuff. But I play those, and I've played those for a couple years. I did a sponsorship for each of them. I tried the game, and I was like, yeah, sure, I like this. But then, I haven't really made a video on Honkai Star Rail. I'm gonna make a video because the new, the news they just dropped was actually pretty juicy, and I want to talk about it. But I haven't really made any
Which is our
guides or
addiction,
like
Loki.
videos about my characters.
Definitely,
There's a couple
100%.
clips here and there, and like I've done it a bit on stream. But like, do I need?
But I think, you obviously have to just moderate yourself. And I'm telling you, dude, once all of these bigger streamers understand how badass TOF is, they're gonna be so happy.
Honkai Star Rail on my phone? Do I need to wake up in the morning and make sure I'm using up my energy? Now, funnily enough, or funny enough, I should say, Honkai Star Rail is doing a thing that if you don't spend your energy, it gets converted into like long-term energy that you can use, and that stacks up. So it actually takes away some of that FOMO, which is a good thing. But the issue with gacha games is FOMO. Is if I want to progress, I need to spend my energy. And so after month, year after year of logging into Raid, logging into Epic 7, Genshin, Honkai, even when I wasn't actively making content on some of them or doing sponsorships for them, I'm spending a lot of time of my life doing it. And it's like, could I have mowed the lawn today and I didn't, and then I feel shitty about myself? Could I have went to the gym again today, or could I have rode my bike today? Could I have had more time with my family today? And it would be a very easy or simple thing to cut out. Delete it off my phone, just don't play those games anymore. And just kind of gauge how does my life change? Because the more I start thinking about it, the more I realize, well, a lot of those games aren't really bringing me joy. I've got a cracked Raid Shadow Legends.
That's fair.
Like, it's cracked. I don't need another legendary. I don't need another character. I don't need any more gear. I can beat everything in the game. I'm pretty good at PvP. But, like, do I need more? Same thing with Epic 7. I've got a lot of different Moonlight heroes and all these different things.
Too many gotchas.
And it's like, do
See,
I need more?
I only play Genshin and TOF.
And if they added...
And I'm only spending money on one of them. Well, I guess with Genshin, I buy the Battle Pass. But still, I mean, I think Genshin and TOF, and then I spend money on Tower of Fantasy to get characters. But I don't know. It's hard for me to ever care about whenever people who are making millions of dollars playing these games complain about it. Here's the thing. Sure, you don't need more, but it gets boring after a while playing the same character over and over again. That is true. Yeah. Yeah, I guess... I mean... being free to play is super, super hard. because it might get boring. Hey, what's up, Death Roll? He was in debt because of Genshin. Was he? Was he actually in debt? Pull from these characters. Yeah. And see, they're definitely obligated to, well, in a sense, obligated to get the new characters. But again, it's like, all right, so you're going to spend, let's say if you want to max out a character, $500. That video is going to make you 10 times as much. Miskiff loaned him money so that he wouldn't lose his house. Oh, you're talking about whenever he bought a house. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to buy a $800,000 house, like, I guess. Because didn't Miskiff loan him like $300,000 and he put down $500,000? Managed to be afraid of myself. Managed to save. There's 33 faith as of today. Yeah, and I don't know.
And something new and big and cool. Maybe I go back and try it.
Much as
but
mentioned.
Do I need to wake up and go, oh, I better get the clan boss fought? Oh, do I need to wake up and get this auto battling going? No, I don't. And now, I just did a sponsorship for AFK Journey.
Big return on investment cycle. Yeah, that's the thing where I'm just like the only valid point that I've heard is that they say that because they do it, it encourages other people to do it, which other people don't have the money to do it. And it's like, okay, that makes sense. But apart from that, I don't know.
I don't know if I would play the game long term, but it's already been a couple of weeks and I've been playing it, and I've been actively playing it each day and doing the dailies and just progressing, because part of me is curious, is this game good? Like, does this game have potential? What are my thoughts on it? But I haven't made a video on it other than my sponsorship, and I don't know if I will or would make any content on the game, period. But it's like, it's been a week or two. I'm still playing this game. I've probably, over the course of that week or two, wasted 10, 15 hours playing this game, that it's like, did it bring me joy? Maybe a little bit. And that's okay. Games are for joy. But
And see, I think with Mtashed, he just needs to stop playing games. Because, like, he definitely cares more about his family, which he should. Like, his son and whatnot. And it doesn't seem like he's enjoying content creating or playing video games. Because he's made millions of dollars. That's why it's just like, bro, you paid your dues. Just live with your family.
I'm at a point right now where I'm having some.
I think that'll make him the
issues,
happiest.
and I feel like maybe I am.
Oh yeah, no, like right now he's doing it for the money. Like, and which I mean he's already blatantly said that though, that the only reason why he plays like Genshin and stuff is for the money, which it's like that makes sense. Shit. Doing games for the revenue on Twitch. Yeah. Did your job very well. Now pull a Dan TDM, please. I don't know who that is.
Not getting as much accomplished in life as I would like to. I feel like maybe I'm wasting some of my mental capacity playing these games and like managing all these accounts and like doing things that I shouldn't. And I look at my life and I look at tomorrow is my son's first birthday. Could I have spent more time with him? But I was looking at my phone and auto battling.
There's no way.
And it might only be a minute here or there, but those minutes add up. And like, did I miss a cool shot my other son took at hockey, or like I don't know. I just like
because another thing, it's for me, it's like, okay, if he were to have a normal job, let's say you're working 8 hours a day. Now just transition that over to having to complete all of your daily tasks in all of your gacha games. It's like you're getting paid to do those dailies, like that is your 40 an hour week job. So that's how I would look at it. It's like, you know, like he should think of it more as like, you know, he's waking up having to do his dailies, but it's like, okay, this is your full-time job, you know? Like if you were doing a normal job, then you'd be working 40 hours a week, so just 8 hours a day. So
For these moments in this game worth missing out on?
when Tifu
Like,
decided to
and
retire,
I know you can say that
yeah.
about anything, any sort of entertainment. Was that movie worth missing out on life? Well, that movie is part of life. Enjoying that movie is part of life, and it brings you joy. And maybe at some point these games did bring me joy, but I think a lot of it is habit. I think it is a very bad habit, an addictive habit, if anything. And like, I don't know if they bring me joy, and I guess until I question it, or until my wife asked me that, it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just doing it to do it. They obviously want to hook you in with that FOMO, with that addiction, come back daily, they build a habit. But it's like, am I actually even having fun, really? Or does it feel like a job? And so I...
What? Yes, it's a job. It's technically your job.
already deleted them off my phone. And I had a second phone. Because
Am I like having to fucking work? Ew. Gross. That's for fucking poor people.
it's like, well, I can auto battle on the one phone and then I do the other one. I got it for a sponsorship. Don't worry, I didn't buy a second phone to cheat on my wife.
I wish I could say, yeah.
I got it from a sponsorship, and I was like, hey, I guess I could just auto battle on this one.
Except when Fontaine came out, you're having fun.
But I deleted the apps. I am putting it away, and I'm gonna try a few different things in life. So let's have a little chat about that. So number one is when I wake up in the morning, I don't want to touch my phone. I'm gonna start sleeping, and I'm gonna have my phone downstairs, and I'm not gonna bring my phone into the room. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna see how that works. I actually, funny enough, I do that with my son. He's got a phone, and it's like, hey, it's bedtime. You don't touch it. But then I'm waking up and gaming on Raid Shadow Legends, right? And so
yeah, it's you're waking up to do your job. I have to wake up at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning and start fucking working, going to meet with my clients. It's like, yeah. do you think I wake up and I'm just like, oh, fuck yeah, waking up at 5 a.m. Fuck yeah.
I'm going to put my phone downstairs, and I want to try to not touch it. I've heard some studies about getting, like, sunlight in your eyes at the beginning of the day.
Oh, fuck, I have to work. No, I have to earn millions of dollars playing video games? Fuck.
And so it's like,
I don't know. Like, oh my gosh, it's just like, I don't know. There's such a disconnect between me and him.
Instead of blasting myself with a phone, maybe I
Tell me
can just
get
go
another
outside
bag.
and just take in the sunlight, right? The other thing I want to do is, like, I'm not doing that. If I'm not actively managing all these different games and, like, logging in, even though it's only, 8 to 10 minutes on Honkai Star Rail, or, like, a couple minutes here, when you add them all together, it's like an hour, right? I could have rode my bike. I could have went to the gym. So...
Not a fucking hour. What? An hour? No. God
I want to
damn
start
it.
taking my physical fitness a lot more seriously over the course of this time, because it's like, well, I need to do stuff. I can't work 24/7. I need a hobby, and I want that hobby to be physical fitness.
Hey, what's up,
used to
Leo?
be, like, honestly, like, I looked like an underwear.
I know. I really want to play TOF, but it's undergoing maintenance. I am very, very sad.
I was a hockey player. I was extremely fit from hockey, and, like, I still have some muscle, but it could be so much better.
Bassett.
And, like, my chest is just, like, not as, like, strong as it used to be. And, like, I used to have a ripped, like I'm talking like a cheese grater six-pack, okay? I'm being vulnerable here. I'll be vulnerable,
anyway.
okay? I'm going to give you a little show off here. So, there's abs, like, somewhere under there.
I can kind of see it.
I can feel it. But there's some extra weight there. and lack of like lack of muscle that I just am not comfortable with anymore. People come into my stream and they say like, did you put on weight? Did you lose weight? I'm always up and down because of my eating, and I do try to work out, but I fall off the wagon, and like I want to see, could I look incredible like I did when I was like a 18, 19, 20-year-old. I'm 31.
He's
I'm
31?
Time has passed. I've worked a lot.
I thought he was only a couple years older than me. Damn.
I've spent a lot of time in this dungeon trying to build up my brand, and I don't think I've taken care of myself as good as I could. I don't think it's terrible by any means. Like, I don't think it's crazy, but I just want to see, like, could I get ripped? And, you know, chasing around my boy, I'm getting gassed sooner than I should. You know? It's like, I feel like that's just not okay, because if someone wielding an axe ever chases me down a dark alley, will I get away? I don't know. And I want to be able to get away. I used to be able to get away. And I don't know about that anymore. But I want to take the physical side of things up a notch.
Always take care of your
physical
health.
With my family. And I didn't coach my son's hockey. Last year, I was like the video coach, but I wasn't one of the head coaches like I normally am. And this year, I want to try to put my name in and help out more, because I missed that. And so maybe if I'm not gaming as much and doing all that stuff, it's just like I can pick up an extracurricular activity, something else, be a little bit more involved. And yeah, I just want to be a little bit more present in my life. And I feel like maybe because I am getting a little bit older and because I am a little bit more secure, financially, if you saw my video the other day, I think I just am at this place where maybe the gaming and the content doesn't matter as much as it used to. And like, part of me, if I'm being honest with you, I think at times maybe.
Did he make a money video? How much money did Mtashed make from Genshin Impact?
Hello gamers. Have you ever wondered how much money did Mtashed make from Genshin Impact? There's a lot of rumors that go around. Tectone says some stuff. He's thrown out numbers in the past. People ask me, how much money did I make from Genshin Impact? Now, if we search up this name here, Klee, there was a whole thing. A couple of these are unlisted because the drama was too much. But I spent a bunch of money on the Klee banner, and this got a lot of hype. This is like a very big moment in the Genshin Impact lore of Mtashed spending $2,000 C6 Klee, and then saying, "I regret it. She sucks. She's terrible." And it was a big meme. It was crazy. And then after that, I decided to go free to play. But with Genshin Impact, if you look at all the money that I spent doing all the wishes, my game plan was to get every character in the game. Because every game that I've ever played up to this point, I could just grind all the weapons, grind all the characters, grind everything out, and that's what I'm used to. But with Genshin, because it was this gacha game, I had never even played a gacha game before. I didn't know what a gacha game was. I looked at it as like, okay, I see the potential. I want to cover the game. If I'm going to cover it, I need to spend money. And in order to get all the characters in the game, I spent around $7,000. About. Now, that's actually not that bad considering some of the other idiots in Genshin Impact, like Tectone, that have spent like $100,000 or more. I haven't spent that much in the game. And part of that reason why is because as I started wishing and
they are getting better.
The wishes that I did, I started to recognize that like it wasn't really generating more views than my other content. I could C6 a unit and I could post a video, but like one of my worst performing videos was actually my maxed out Venti video very early on.
I just want to see how much you're making.
$1. But Tower of Fantasy is celebrating its birthday, about 1,000. And you look at this video, I'll just open this up right now. This video made about $1,000.
Damn, $1,000 from one video.
But Tower of Fantasy is celebrating its birthday, but we're the ones getting the gifts. Tower of Fantasy is a shared open world.
See, with how many Tower of Fantasy sponsorships he does, I really wish that he would like play it a lot, because I think he would really like it.
World MMORPG, where you can play with your friends to do dungeons or take on the world bosses. Tower of Fantasy is celebrating their anniversary, and with version 3.1, there is a lot changing, with a new map, turning to Tower of Fantasy, our main pavilion from the comment, all of this $1,000 or around $1,000. I don't even know the final number, getting the maxed out Venti. So it was kind of like a break even. And getting more characters led to more guides, and that's cool, but I recognized very early on, yes, I can make not revenue the channel.
$6,000 from one video.
They saw this guy because I mean it was a game, and on YouTube, viewed video.
$21,000. Yeah, see, this is why I have zero pity. Zero pity. He's allowed to show this. I think you're allowed to show YouTube stuff, but maybe you're not allowed to show Twitch stuff. I don't know.
Video in the world, and it generated $21,000 in revenue, which is pretty crazy. 40,000 people almost subscribed to the channel because of my 8 huge mistakes video. I know that this helped out a lot of people, but if you look at my audience retention, like I think that my quality of videos, these graphs are actually like not great. I need to do a better job hooking people in and keeping them watching. Is another $31,000 in revenue. So from 2 videos, I made $50,000. You can imagine and you can understand my addiction to Genshin Impact because of this. My addiction to covering this game
like I said, zero pity whenever they complain.
Because of this. This is life-changing money. And I always did good on YouTube, but this is like my entire, like my best month ever on YouTube in one video. Back when I've covered Destiny, The Division, I've had months where I've made
and that's just on YouTube. Don't forget he sells Twitch and sponsorships.
$15,000, $20,000, $30,000. Like the launch of Destiny 2.
And he probably has a Patreon.
$28,000, $30,000.
Maybe, I don't know.
And so to do that in this video, it's still making money. Like every day, we'll make like another $1 or $2, or like $5 or like $20 on a popular day, which is really, really crazy seeing this in action. Now, some of these other videos,
I'm sure it doesn't cost very much to
million views, but
have someone edit it for you.
4 minutes into it or whatever, maybe they're not seeing a second ad or whatever that is. But this video generated another 16,000.
Bro.
Farm content in some cases, and it does lead to better.
See,
I declined a few for around 40K. Probably like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them that I declined because it just like honestly, and so I think that if we were to
wait, Genshin was 60 to 120K a month. His best month ever was 28 sponsors, 240K, and he has the audacity to be like, "Oh, I have to wake up and fucking play for an hour." No, no,
like, I'd have to
no.
It would be in the realm.
I would suck 240 dicks for that amount of money. I would wake up and suck a dick if I had, if I could get this amount of money.
Of like 2.5 to 3
God.
million dollars in the span of 2 years because of Genshin Impact.
$3.5 million, bro. Like, no, stop it.
And if we look at my business financial statements for
yes, this is just off of YouTube. Well, YouTube and sponsorships.
Last year, it was a 7-figure year. It was like I think it was like $1.5 million in 1 year, and so and that was last year. No, I think it was 1.2, and that was last year. So Genshin was not popping last year. So if I look at the years before, like 2022, 2021, it was probably 1.5. Because the thing is like some of it is like going up, right, and like growing and going up. So like the start of Genshin is like I started getting more sponsors, and the views are going up and the sponsors are going up, but it wasn't like Genshin started and it's like $1 million in revenue. It's like, well, 6 months, 7 months in, maybe. But then, like, because I'm established, because I've grown, because I've got those views, I've got the sponsorships coming in, then it's like banger money. And then even when Genshin died, it's like it's still,
taxes does probably take
it's
a
still
good
kind of that
amount.
residual income of like I already had lots of sponsors. I
Just
still was
like
getting
minus
pretty good views,
20%.
just not as crazy. And I had a lot
Well,
of stuff lined up.
probably maybe
and
a little bit more because I don't
so
know.
there's
I don't know where he
also, like,
lives.
one more thing that I haven't talked
Well, he
about
lives in Canada,
at
so
all
who knows?
is these
Right?
were
Does he live in Canada?
integrations.
Fuck,
right?
I don't know.
These were sponsorships for mobile games and stuff like that. But what about the big brands, like the big brands and stuff like Taco Bell? As some of you know, I've been sponsored by Taco Bell for like 3 years. I was sponsored by View Sonic for multiple years. I was sponsored by Shell for a couple of different years. These are pretty massive brands, and I can't tell you what they pay. And I don't even know if I want to tell you what one of them pays, because then you might be able to guess or allude to the other ones, and I need to be careful here. But I'm just going to do this. Okay? For Taco Bell, I would do, like 4 streams, some video stuff. I did a commercial. I just did a commercial with Advil. I literally just flew to Toronto with Advil and did this awesome thing. I can't wait for you guys to see it. We did a thing, we did a thing with Pepsi. We did a thing with
Pepsi?
Honda. These are big brands. And some of the stuff we're doing is getting into commercial territory. It is getting into corporate territory. It is getting into, they've got budget. So I can't tell you what they paid, but I can just do this. And I'll just give you a little wink. And that's all I'm going to say. But these were fantastic opportunities. If you look at the amount of time some of these took for how much they paid, it was incredible. Some of them are just a nice stability thing. So I'm not, like, I'll just tell you right up. I'll tell you right now, none of these are like some $100,000 or $200,000 banger. It's not that high. It's not that high. Okay, I don't want to pretend like, oh, it's 200 grand for all these. No, but it's a nice consistent thing for an entire year sponsorship for some of these things, where it's like, wow, this takes all the burden off my views. This takes all the burden off of me. So it is a pretty cool stuff. So these added in, it started to get crazy. Now, the one thing I will also say is I also lost some money during this time because of the stock market. Okay, so when I was making a lot of the money, research says if you just lump sum your money into the stock market and wait 30 years, you win. The issue is when I made a lot of my money was during like the COVID crash and all these different things. At one point, my portfolio was about $1.8 million because I do invest a lot of my money. Okay, but
$1.8 million. Bro, that is just fucking insane. Holy shit. Well, now I feel poor as fuck. But hey, he has to wake up and
gamers
and do his dailies for an hour. So
the Hydra
I guess he's struggling too.
Traveler is